we are going to enter into the Lenten season. We finished Christmas season, then we came to an ordinary time, and now we are entering into a beautiful season of Lent. Now, when we want to enter into Lent, it is important for each one of us to know that Lenten season is a celebration. It's a kind of a celebration where you are going to celebrate, and you should know how to celebrate this entire Lent. It's not just a mark of ashes on your forehead or the sign of fish on your calendars. It's more importantly to show how the church in its traditions gives us this season of Lent for each one of us as a refresher. Like, for example, you are now going to refresh yourself during this season of Lent, right? If Lent is to be also like repaying for all the indebtedness to God, right? Therefore, if there is too much of indebtedness to God, how will I repay? And Lent is a time where you have the prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. These three important parts is where you start lenting out. The lenting out is like through my prayer. Now, what is prayer? In the letter to Romans, it very clearly says that we pray constantly. And in the letter to the Thessalonians, it says, pray ceaselessly. When we know that this is what we have to do in our life, prayer is one important aspect during the Lenten season. Therefore, the church gives you so much of time that you are capable of, in a way, making this Lent a prayerful season. Now, when you think about the prayerful season, then there are certain practices during the Lenten season where you have various things to do, like daily mass or stations of the cross. All these are part of your prayer life during the Lent. Then, if you come to the fasting part, everybody, I'm sure, in Hyderabad, in the Archdiocese of Hyderabad, really do a lot of fasting. They have a real desire for fast. And many of you are already thinking about how should I make fasting meaningful during these 40 days. Yes, it is important because we all are caught up with so much of work, so much of responsibilities. We have so many things to do in our lives. And at the same time, the church pushes you to fast. Now, when we speak about fasting, it is important for you to know that fasting happens only when you start urging for it, desiring for it, that yes, I must do something. It's not just fasting for the sake of the Lenten season, but rather fasting for the sake of repaying to God all the indebtedness that we have. That is the reason why fasting happens only twice in the liturgical calendar, that is on Ash Wednesday and Good Friday, right? Remember always this, fasting happens only Ash Wednesday and Good Friday. Now, you will say, what about abstinence? Abstinence happens on Ash Wednesday, Good Friday, and every Friday throughout the year. Now, many of us will say, oh, every Friday. But somehow we have, in a way, not taken it very serious. Yes, you should take it very serious because these 40 days gives you a habit, Friday. Therefore, all Fridays of the year, you need to abstain from meat. But rather you can have egg and fish. But now you need to also know that the law of fasting, for whom? All who have completed 18 years and who are entering into the age of 60. Right? Therefore you know now who has to fast. Don't force your little children to fast and abstain. But rather, keep it a point, make it a point that all those who have completed 18 and who are going to reach the age of 60 have to fast this is the law of fasting, right? And then we also should know that the law of fasting is done in different ways. For example, you may fast one meal, and you may have light meals. If that suits you well, good. There are some people who will say, I'll fast, I give up breakfast, I will eat lunch, and I will have a small little tiffin in the evening. If that suits you well, good enough. But there should be something that really causes the fasting effect for you to know that this is the time where I am giving up. What you're giving up, I am lending it out to God. In other words, I'm going to repay it back to God. Therefore, fasting in a way should make you feel that, yes, I am making my own style of fasting, but not in the way that we have to do this. Therefore, it is important for you to know that fasting can become more meaningful. Now, almsgiving. During this Lenten season, almsgiving is another beautiful practice where you have to give. Because you not empty your pockets, but rather you are fasting, you are abstaining, you are saving a lot. Look at all that you are saving. Not buying meat, not buying egg, not buying fish. Look at weekly expenditures that you do. And if you are saving this much because of the fasting, then what you do is, yes, this is what I have fasted during the 40 days. This is, I give it as almsgiving. There is also the Lenten campaign that the diocese encourages you to have. There are various other ways that you also have in your own parishes. There must be a Lenten box there. Some of the parishes will give you a mud pot. Some of the parishes will give you a paper where you can do your little bit of savings and give it to the church for Lenten almsgiving, right? Therefore, fasting, prayer and almsgiving are very important. Now you will say, Father, I am not well, I am sick. If you are not able to really take up fasting and abstinence during Lenten season, you need to take a dispensation. What is that? It's a very simple dispensation. You know, you have to go to your parish priest and say, Father, I'm a sick patient, I am a sugar patient, I am a diabetic, I am under medication, or I am being treated for this reason. Therefore, you just say, Father, bless me and give me your blessings and give me the permission so that I don't go through this fasting and abstinence during this Lenten season, right? With that, I think you will feel happy that there has been a special blessing given to you for you not to fast, not to abstain. Now you go back again, you will see that, oh, I've been given an exemption, let's enjoy. No enjoying. It's also to show that you are going to do something alternative. What are that alternatives? Yes, my dear friend, there are many ways that you can alternate your fasting. I need not tell you that. But one important aspect during this Lenten season, try to avoid your smartphone. Try to put in silence or switch it off for 1 hour. I'm sure, my dear friends, you tell your friends, for so and so time to so and so time, from 9 to 10, my phone will be switched off. Or some particular time, put it on your this one, DP, and say, during this time I am not going to take up any call or reply to any messages. That will bring a lot of joy for you to show that you're capable of controlling all the other things that influence you. Therefore, Lent is a time you give up all that influences you and release all your spiritual activities. Like, for example, I'm going to bring out all the best things in my life during the Lenten season. And that is how I will see that Lenten season is a time where you can make beautiful amendments of your time. There is also another aspect that you can do. Be with your family. Make your Lenten season more with your family. Be with your wife, be with your husband, be with your children. Let all the family together spend at least half an hour quality time together. That will be another beautiful fasting. Because we don't have time for each other. I don't have time for my companion priest or my colleague or even my own assistant parish priest. But remember to spend time together as a family, wherever. Try to spend time. And at that time, don't make it more spiritual, rather be more sociable, enjoying your time and making each other feel happy and that belongingness as a family. So I wish you all the best for this Lenten season, and I pray that this season of Lent brings more joy, happiness, and refreshment. God bless you, and I'm sure you will follow these small little few minutes of advice that I would be giving. It will be mostly on Wednesdays and Fridays, and during any time. I will be also giving this through Liturgy TV. Thank you very much.